Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Further Beyond Gaming. My name is Cody GT, and in today's video we are continuing the series of looking at each Valkyrie and seeing which battlesuit is the best for that Valkyrie. So I do hope you enjoyed the video today. If you do, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and consider subscribing, and remember to hit that notification bell. So in today's video we're actually going to be checking out Fu Hua, and let me tell you guys something. This one was actually a very difficult selection because, in my opinion, all the Fu Huas are actually really good. So this was a difficult one. If you do not know, this series is taking a look at the Valkyries and rating the battlesuit from worst to best. Now keep in mind, this is just my opinion, and I'm just taking into account all facets of the Valkyrie, where they're good at just in general. So we're just doing this for fun. Keep that in mind as well, and always remember, in the comments down below, let me know your list and your selections. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, the worst Fu Hua that I would have to say, which is just, it's a weird thing to say, worst Fu Hua, but I didn't mean to click that. The worst one that I would have to select first, I guess I kind of meant to hit that. If I was to take this core and switch it off, I would have to say Valkyrie Accipiter. Now, Valkyrie Accipiter, in my opinion, is the worst Fu Hua because she just is, in my opinion, she's good at what you're going to utilize her for, but I don't think she is all that fantastic. Being a psychic type, there's already better Fu Huas to even choose as psychic types, but then again, there's just better psychic type Valkyries in general. This Fu Hua is really just meant to shield break and to be able to do a little DPS, nothing too insane to be quite honest with you. So she is pretty good, but I would not really rank her to be all that great in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion, as well as her playstyle is okay, not one of my most favorites. She's a great support Valkyrie. She's definitely going to help your team out, but it's in specific situations, and, you know, like I mentioned, just really used to shield break the enemies and maybe get a little DPS in and a little bit of healing, things of that nature. So you can definitely find a spot for her, but in my opinion, out of all the Fu Huas we have, she would, in my opinion, probably be the worst one. How many times have I said my opinion already? Now, moving on from there, the next one, this may be a bit controversial, but this again is, I guess I'm going to say it one more time, in my opinion. Of course, I should have my opinion counter somewhere. I would have to go with Squire. Now, don't get me wrong, just because I am rating Squire here does not mean that she's bad by any means. Matter of fact, Squire is one of the best free-to-play Valkyries that you can possibly obtain on your account. And this is a Valkyrie, especially for my new players that have just begun Honkai, is one that you're going to want to farm up as soon as possible. Get her to triple S rank and definitely max her out to the best of your capabilities. For me, as you can see, I have not invested the resources. I do apologize about that. I just was focusing on other Valkyries at the time and just never got back to Squire. But Squire is such a fantastic DPS Valkyrie, especially for your biological type. She outputs a tremendous amount of damage, especially with her ultimate. She just really bursts enemies down. You really don't get much better when it comes to free-to-play Valkyries than Squire for your biological types. If you are free-to-play, you already know this. This is one of your best assets. Even if you are pay-to-play, Squire is still such a great addition into your account. Definitely a Valkyrie you want to invest a lot of resources in. Try and get maxed out and leveled up as much as possible, because she is really going to pay off in the end. She is still great to this day, even as the meta has progressed. Squire, still extremely top tier in my opinion. And like I mentioned, just because I rated her here doesn't mean that she's bad. Just means that Fu Huas are great. And I said that funny. Fu Huas are just awesome as Valkyries. Whenever MiHoYo made a Fu Hua, they really went all out, and I'm sure you guys know that. But for my new players to the game, that's something that you'll start to understand as you progress even more. Now, moving on from there, this one was a bit difficult. The third, I guess you could say third best Fu Hua that I would have to go to personally is Sage Fu Hua. So this one was a difficult one. I was definitely on the fence about this one, but Sage Fu Hua, I would have to say, this one's tough. I would have to say is third best. She is extremely fantastic. I've said this before in videos in the past that when Sage Fu Hua first came out, I wasn't too high on her. I thought she was great, but I didn't think I was going to love her as much as I do. I ended up pulling her. I became very lucky on that, and when I did pull her, I used her so much because she is such a valuable asset, especially to your elemental type Valkyrie teams. She also outputs pretty good damage herself as a fire psychic type, and the support is just unbelievable. I find myself putting this Sage Fu Hua on so many different team combinations. This one right here with Cyber Ninja Bronya and Vermilion Knight is unbelievable. She's like Vermilion Knight's best friend, or any fire damage dealing Valkyrie's best friend, but also any elemental type's best friend. Also, if you have her applicable gear, even without her applicable gear, she does some really good damage. Her ultimate is fantastic. She's a good crowd controller, outputs some decent damage herself. Her character design is absolutely spot on and flawless. Her movement and gameplay style is great as well. I cannot say enough good stuff about Sage Fu Hua. She is over the top fantastic. So this was a very difficult one, but this is where I would have to place her. Just, you know, based off of what we have and what we are going off of. Now, moving on from there, the next one I would have to go ahead and select is Shadow Knight. Now, Shadow Knight does have a special place in my heart. A very, very close Valkyrie indeed to me. So I love Shadow Knight. When Shadow Knight was first introduced to Honkai on the global side, and even leading up to her release, she was hyped as the best Valkyrie in the game, bar none. She was going to wipe out all the enemies for you. You were going to progress without any problems if you pulled Shadow Knight. So Shadow Knight was a must, and indeed, she was exactly, or I should say she lived up to the hype of being the best Valkyrie at the time. Number one, if you guys can remember that, hit the like button or let me know in the comments down below. The number one Valkyrie in the game at one point was Shadow Knight, being a mecha elemental damage dealer with the lightning, being able to do massive damage. You pop her ultimate, you do the auras, and then you are good to go. So she is a powerhouse of a Valkyrie, and she became even better when you obtained her forged pre-arm, the Nuada's Revenge. With the Nuada's Revenge, she became even better. You have her weapon, you have her stigmas, even free-to-play stigmas. She performs extremely well. What a really good Valkyrie. And you know what? It's kind of a bit of a shame she doesn't have an outfit. I can't remember if she's getting one. Oh, she does have an outfit. It is the Gothic vampire outfit. I completely forgot about that. That outfit is absolutely spot on. I was going to say, it's a shame that she doesn't have one. But Shadow Knight, such a phenomenal Valkyrie. I love her dearly. She is absolutely amazing. So that's where I would put her right there. The very next one I would have to go with is Phoenix. Now, Phoenix is one of the best, I guess, free-to-play S-rank natural Valkyries that you can obtain in the game. If you don't have Phoenix right now, this is one that I would prioritize on trying to obtain. If you're free-to-play, it's definitely an option for you. It's definitely viable. Phoenix is such a good Valkyrie for damage output. She's just kind of all around a good support, a good damage dealer. She's easy to use. She fits on a lot of team combinations. So Phoenix is such a great Valkyrie that you can actually utilize on your team, on many different teams. Her ultimate does a lot of damage. She supports the team really well, and being able to boost the elemental damage of your Valkyrie, so you can fit her on a lot of different team combinations. She's very gear friendly in my opinion. So she is a fantastic Valkyrie, a farmable one at that, so you can definitely rank her up and utilize her to the best of your abilities. So Phoenix, definitely absolutely top tier. This is where I would put her, just because of how versatile she is and how usable she is, and how great she's able to perform for any team that you really put her on. Phoenix, such a great Valkyrie right there, and how easy she's able to be obtained if you just invest the time. And then the very last one, maybe to some surprise, maybe to others not a surprise, and that would be Hawk of the Fog. If I put your outfit on so we can properly identify you, Hawk of the Fog, once again with the Nuada's Revenge. Such a phenomenal Valkyrie right here. The augmented version of Valkyrie Accipiter, Hawk of the Fog. She just outputs so much damage, and she's able to do so many good things for you. It's hard not to put Hawk of the Fog here, in my opinion. She's just top tier. Absolutely top tier. I can't say much more about her. Such a great psychic damage dealer. Like I mentioned, fit her on a bunch of different teams. If you support her, she becomes even more OP. She's phenomenal. The character design, off the charts. I absolutely love the monocle. I like everything about this Fu Hua right here. So they did a top-notch job when it came to Hawk of the Fog. So that is my list from worst to best Valkyries for the Fu Huas. Like I mentioned, down in the comments below, let me know where you guys would rank them. I'm sure they're going to be different than my list, so I would love to be able to see that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the content today. The next Valkyrie we're going to go ahead and go over is Rita. I know some of you are excited about that. And then yay Sakura, so be on the lookout for that. Some exciting characters to come here very soon. I do appreciate the support and everything that you guys do for the channel. It is absolutely amazing. Try and destroy that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out.